going on.
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. We're going to start with a crazy story involving a guy who was a longtime player in the NBA. I won't call him a star, although he was a really popular player. A controversial player. I'm talking about Patrick Beverley, who has found himself in some serious hot water here for something that allegedly happened with his teenage sister. Lucas, this is a story, obviously, that we broke, I think it was Friday. Mm-hmm. We knew that Patrick had been arrested, but we did not have a lot of the details until a little bit earlier today. Now this story has become much more clear, and we now understand, I think, what allegedly happened. Now, he's telling a different story, but this is some scary stuff if you listen to what his sister claims happened.
Right. We got the probable cause affidavit early Tuesday morning, which laid it out from his 15-year-old sister's point of view. Now, she says that early Friday morning, she left her mom's house in the middle of the night to go to a nearby park to meet up with her boyfriend.
Okay, so Thursday night into Friday morning, right?
Yeah. When she returned home, her mom was awake, and she said, look, call your boyfriend, bring him back. I'll bring him into my home. And as that's happening, she calls Patrick Beverley to come over and address the situation. Okay. And Patrick Beverley was not happy, according to the sister. Right. Now, she says that he was upset.
Understandably.
She said that he was saying how she would ruin her life or things like that. And at one point, she claims that he put his both hands around her neck and squeezed until she couldn't breathe and she was feeling pain. And then he lifted her up to where her feet were dangling off the floor. It does not end there, though. She claims that he took her into another room by the throat and pushed her up against a wall, laid her onto a bed, and punched her in the left eye. Patrick then...
Did they call police?
Not yet. Patrick says that he followed the boyfriend, because mind you, the boyfriend was allegedly on scene for all of this to witness what allegedly happened. When the boyfriend tried to leave, Patrick followed him out, but the boyfriend ultimately decided to call cops for assistance. Now, Patrick went back in, and at some point in the night, his sister claims that he said, "I will be the relative to kill you." So once cops arrived at the scene, they looked at the alleged victim and noticed markings on her neck, as well as some red spots in her eye that she claims that Patrick punched her in, and said, "You're coming with us, and we are booking you for felony assault."
Wow. And obviously you see there, that's exactly what happened. Patrick Beverley is taken to the police station. He's taken to the local jail facility there. He poses for a mugshot. Now he is facing, like I think Lucas said there, he's facing a felony assault charge. He was released on $40,000 bond. Obviously, that's not much money to a guy who has made millions and millions of dollars in the NBA. But the point is here, this is a really serious charge, and it's a charge that if he is ultimately convicted, and that's probably a while down the line here, but this is a charge that can carry real significant prison time. So it's not a misdemeanor, it's a felony. I understand it's complicated because it's an issue with his sister, with his family. You can understand why he might have been upset with his younger sister, his little sister, sneaking out of the house. But if what his sister says actually happened, Lucas, this, I think, goes well beyond anything that you would ever do to anybody, no less somebody that you love and care about. So it's serious. He found himself in some real hot water here.
And Patrick did address this Friday night after the news broke, saying, "Please don't believe everything you see on the internet. Hope all is well, love." And also his attorney released a statement trying to paint the picture from his perspective, but ultimately, from his sister's point of view, it's not a great look.
All right, Lucas, moving on to an emotional night, Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, it was actually the first time that the Cowboys have played a game, Lucas, since Marshawn Kneeland and that whole tragedy. Remember the story we have covered a bunch here, November 6th, and Marshawn Kneeland, who was just 24 years old, passed away from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Well, the Cowboys had a bye that week, so they had off, so they weren't on the football field. fast forward to last night, Lucas, and they were on the field. And you saw a bunch of different tributes. You saw players that were wearing T-shirts in honor of Marshawn's name, his life. And, yeah, you could tell it was an emotional night for all of the Cowboys. And I don't know if that's why they went out there and won, but they looked pretty good. And you could feel the emotion that they, they're still going through this thing as a team, that they've lost one of their brothers.
Oh, absolutely. And they even put up a locker for him with his jersey and everything, and teammates were on the sideline with it. In the closing seconds of the game, you could just tell that this victory meant so much more than, a check mark on your schedule. This was for Marshawn. And, hearing Coach after the game as well, addressing the team, just saying, look, you guys made him proud. Yeah. It's hard not to get emotional watching it.
Hold up. So proud of you guys, man. Amen. Tough couple weeks. We made him proud. You guys made him proud, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, an emotional moment. You can almost see the kind of Coach Schottenheimer just firing himself up there as he was clearly about to break down. And I understand, because it's not how much Marshawn Kneeland played or how good he might have been. I mean, this is somebody that day in, day out, they knew him as a person. The last game they played in, for crying out loud, the guy scored a touchdown in. Remember, there was the block punt, and Marshawn Kneeland jumped on the football in the end zone, and he actually scored a touchdown. So that was an awesome moment, and really nice to see. I don't typically root for the Cowboys, but it's hard to be upset they won when you see a moment like that last night. Up next, Shedeur Sanders' home burglarized while he was making his NFL debut. The very latest on how much money worth of property was taken when TMZ Sports comes back right after this. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Matt Cook and Lucas here. Shedeur Sanders, he made his NFL debut on Sunday, and perfect timing. Wasn't that. But they end up losing the game. A couple flashes here and there, Lucas. He didn't have the greatest debut, though. Things then, we found out, got worse, because as the Browns and Shedeur were playing in this football game, Lucas, against the Ravens, the rival Ravens, we since found out that Shedeur's home was literally broken into. And now we've got some more information about, who did it and what might have been taken.
We first got word of this around Monday afternoon, that Shedeur's home was broken into during his NFL debut.
Right. Did we talk about this yesterday? We didn't.
No,
we didn't. We missed it. We were done with the show, I think.
After we were done with the show. Fast forward to Tuesday morning, we get some more information from cops in Northeast Ohio that there are 3 suspects who entered the home and worked their way around through different entrances at the home for about 10 minutes. And during that 10 minutes, they were able to steal about $200K worth of Shedeur's property.
Wow.
I was mentioning earlier about how it could be kind of silly, because $200K, that could be a singular watch.
Right.
No, we are told there are multiple items here, and in footage posted by none other than Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Right. Pac-Man and Dion, obviously Shedeur's dad, are pretty tight buddies.
Yes, but it looks like they're walking around with luxury bags. So that could be, several of those could amount to that $200K. But,
you got like a Birkin bag or something, right? I mean.
Right, absolutely. And this is one of those situations where Shedeur is upset about how he played on the field on Sunday, and now he's worried about the invasion of privacy. So just really not an overall good week for him, especially when he could be making his first NFL start this weekend. Yeah,
what's going on? Dylan Gabriel, I think, Stefanski, the head coach, has said if he's healthy, he's going to be the quarterback. But is he healthy is the question.
And we don't know that. So they're preparing as if Shedeur is going to be under center. And hopefully that will be a better outcome for him, because as he said, and as these reports are coming out about why Sunday night didn't look as great for Shedeur, that was his first time with the first team reps. That was his first time throwing to Jerry Jeudy. The odds were against him.
He did. I mean, yes, he did complete that one pass against all odds.
And we could go on and on about how that's poor planning on Kevin Stefanski's part, and you're not really giving him a fair chance.
Do you get the feeling that Stefanski does not want anything to do with Shedeur Sanders? Because that's the feeling that I've gotten all year.
Yeah, I don't feel
since
like
they drafted him.
His demeanor every time he's asked about Shedeur has been off-putting, to be completely honest, and I feel bad for Shedeur, but at the same time, you want to do what's best for the team, and he thought that was Dillon Gabriel at the time. But at the same time, you want to prepare in case of emergency. Shedeur should have been getting those first team reps.
Can I ask you if you've seen enough from Dillon Gabriel that you say he is not the guy?
I hate to do that so early in someone's career.
But sometimes that's all it
he
takes.
hasn't really done anything to wow me.
So what you want, and I know you want to see it, and it's good for us here at work at TMZ. Do you want to see Shedeur play?
With enough practice with the first team, why not?
I don't think it's fair to judge last week to come off the bench in the fourth quarter, to have gotten, like Lucas said, no first team reps, and then to say that this guy sucks. I don't think you could say he's great, and I don't think you could say he's horrible because of what you saw last week. I think it's okay. That was that. Let's see him with the actual game plan. Let's see him with some reps, and then let's see if the guy's got some talent. I mean, there were people who thought he was going to be not a first-round draft pick, the first overall pick just a couple of months ago, right? So I hope he plays. I'm curious as a fan to see him. I also do feel badly for him, and I've seen some people who have seen this burglary and they say, oh, $200,000, this guy's got so much money, millions and millions of dollars. It's not just about that. It's about somebody being inside your home, in your personal space, and that's not, nobody should have to deal with that. I don't care if you're wealthy or not. LeSean McCoy says things are just fine in Philly. The former NFL star calls his Eagles the best in the NFL when TMZ Sports rolls on right after this.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Lucas Widman here alongside Luca. Here at TMZ Sports, we love to make dreams come true. Just a few days after Luca here said that one of his dream interviews was LeSean McCoy, we spoke to LeSean McCoy, fresh off the Eagles' big win over the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. We talked to him all about the current state of his former team.
Are the Eagles the best team in the NFC right now? Are the Rams the best team? Who is the favorite right now?
I mean, this is a good question. It's a great question you asked, right?
Well, thank you.
So, the Eagles, I would say the top teams would be the Lions, the Eagles, and the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those would be my three, yeah.
The good thing about this thing in the NFL is you got to play these games. Yeah. And we played the Rams, beat them. Okay, and then we just beat the Lions' ass last night. So, I would say that the defending champs are still the number one team in the NFC, also in the NFL.
That's fair. There's not
Shady, I completely agree with you. I could not agree more with you.
Come on now. Hey, listen, real quick. That hoodie is nice. I might have to call and make sure I get the same one.
Thanks, man. This is awesome. Dude.
Oh, he's good. You're making his
this is like the coolest thing ever, man. I can't even lie. This is awesome.
I don't know, Luca. After a compliment like that, I would have worn that hoodie every day for the rest of the week. But yeah, you still got the Eagles colors going. What do you make of what Shady had to say and overall the experience talking to one of your favorites?
Oh, man, I think getting to meet LeSean McCoy had been, that's one of those things where every time I would show up to Eagles training camp when I was a kid, you got to go, hopefully get a signature from Shady. Never happened, but this was probably the best thing that could have happened since that moment. And you're right. Next time I'll bring the hoodie out a little bit more for game days and such. But having a compliment from Shady, getting to talk to him, getting to hear him compliment the best team in football was definitely an amazing experience. So
you got to agree with Shady here that Eagles team to beat in the NFC right now.
I think until somebody proves otherwise, until we lose again, I think that we are. I think that we've beat all of the top teams in the NFC, and we continue to do that. Might not be flashy, might not be the most exciting thing to watch, but we win, so.
Yeah, I mean, LeSean McCoy, second rounder to Philly. Back in the day, he played the majority of his career there. Still a lot of love for his Philadelphia Eagles. Moving right along to Jake Paul. Yes, just a month away from fighting Anthony Joshua in one of the most mind-boggling fights of all time. Well, on Tuesday, Jake revealed what it was like for his family members to find out that he was going up against the 6'6" former heavyweight champion and gold medalist of the world. And it's probably something that they would be pretty scared about, huh? Well, check out what that whole reaction was like.
I'm fighting Anthony Joshua.
No, look at my, oh no.
Are you scared?
No, I'm terrified.
I'm fighting Anthony Joshua.
The heavyweight?
Yes, the big boy.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I'm serious.
What's the world going to say when you knock his ass out? Because it's going to happen.
I know it's gonna happen too. Fighting Anthony Joshua because I'm him.
Holy just let me take a second.
Dude, it's light work. Light work.
There you have it. The Pauls. Paul American, Paul Scared. It can, whatever. It's not working.
You almost had it there.
Yeah, if you try hard enough. Luca, what was your reaction? I know the dust has settled a little bit now, and we've had a few days, even after when they were reporting that this was being finalized. But does this make sense to you at all yet?
I mean, I think this fight makes more sense than the Tank Davis fight did, just in terms of the size difference. It's a little bit less. You know, he obviously is a bigger guy than Jake, a lot more experienced. You know, heavyweight champion of the world. There's nothing to laugh at. But I do kind of have to agree with Mrs. Paul there that I think he might. I'd be terrified too if I was his family, to be honest. But, you know, Greg Paul gave him a great shout out there, showed a lot of confidence. But, I mean, this is a really tough battle for him, definitely the toughest of his career.
Yeah, Jake definitely takes after his father there because he says that he's going to win, and he truly believes that. It is not for show. It is not just because that's what fighters say. Jake Paul really believes it. So we will find out December 19th if he's being for real, if his manifestation is going to continue, or if this is going to be a bump in the road for his boxing career.
Cam Skadaboo gets into it with some WWE superstars on Monday Night Raw. Highlights from the Giants running back debut appearance are coming your way next on TMZ Sports.
On the TMZ Celebrity Tour, we've seen huge stars like Kevin Hart, Ben Affleck, The Rock, and Jamie Foxx. Buses depart daily from the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, so head to TMZTour.com and book your tickets for the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
We have NFL players everywhere you look, including members of the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, listen, from one down to the other.
What a New York reception that is for Philly.
And the Giants are here. Included among them, the toughest nails, rookie sensation Cam Skadaboo.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Monday Night Raw was, I mean, Giants, Eagles players in the building, Madison Square Garden, Dylan. I actually have that sweatshirt that Cooper was wearing.
No way.
Yeah, I do. I've got the pants too, believe it or not. I've got the full matching set. So, yeah, that aside, Dylan, wardrobe aside, this was last night, Monday Night Raw, of course, going down Madison Square Garden. There was, aside from the football players just being there was a moment that went down, Dylan, involving a New York Giants star, Cam Skadaboo.
Yeah.
Right, Cam Skadaboo, a couple of weeks ago. Speaking of the Philadelphia Eagles, he busted his ankle in the most absolutely gruesome way. Like, the ankle was facing the wrong direction. It was ugly, ugly stuff.
Needed surgery, season
Surgery,
ending.
yeah,
Won't be back till the off season.
Right, will not be back to the offseason. Emergency surgery in Philadelphia. That's how bad and dire this injury was. Well, if you thought that was going to stop the rookie sensation from not just watching last night, but from actually participating in the Monday Night Raw event, well, you're wrong. Watch what happens as Dominic Mysterio makes his way over to where Cam and some of the other Giants players, including Abdul Carter, where they were sitting, Dylan. He got involved in the action.
The mustache isn't bad.
The only good thing that's ever come out of New York City is standing right in front of you. The only champion New York has seen in how many years? Can you count, Cam?
Ooh.
How many years? He don't know. He can't count.
Let me take this interview back. Why don't you? You know what's gonna do, huh?
Team of the New York Giants.
So there it was. He was pushing and shoving and punching. fine. It's WWE, so we get it. It's part of the show, but he was involved. Dylan.
Look, I mean, Giants fans were really upset about this all morning long, right? This is their star rookie, their spark plug from Arizona State. Had an amazing, almost Heisman season last year.
Yeah.
Of course, gets hurt. They're mad at his involvement in he was at UFC on Saturday night as well.
Yes.
He's popping up everywhere. He went viral last week. And yeah, they know that New York, this is their football. I mean, they got Jackson Dart, but this is the Prince. This is he's gonna bring it all home for him.
Right.
I get the struggle, but Cam also tweeted this morning to all the people who were calling him out.
Addressing the criticism, and I'm glad you said it, Dylan. So here's what he said. Hey, honestly, if you don't like that I'm having a good time while dealing with a tough time, then just go ahead and unfollow and casually move on. I'm not able to play football and have the fun I've been having my whole life, so I am doing things outside the box, trying to find stuff to keep me happy. Enjoy the rest of y'all's week, and just don't talk about me if you ain't got nothing nice to say. And a little salute thing there.
Yeah.
I have no problem with him having fun. Just, you hope he doesn't do anything that's going to compromise his return, right? He was the reason that, aside from Jackson Dart, that there was some excitement for the first time in years around the Giants team. Mm-hmm. And you would hate to think of him doing something like this and he somehow tweaks the ankle.
Correct,
right?
yeah. He gets more hurt. I totally get it. But at the same time, like, you have a superstar in the making. This guy's hurt, and he is everywhere already.
Right.
And he's
even
a
a taco. He talks about eating a taco, Dylan.
And it went mad viral. I mean, look, you got to get on board with this guy. Let him have his fun. He wishes he was out on the field. And it made me think, if he was fully healthy, you know what he would have done at this WWE event? It would have been Gronk level, oh, man, he's just so exciting. I get why fans can be upset, but, man, let him have his fun.
Right.
I'm a lawyer.